First contact. The vast emptiness of space stretched out before the UES Horizon, humanity's most advanced deep space exploration vessel. Captain Sarah Chen stood on the bridge, her dark eyes scanning the unfamiliar star system they had just entered. It was humanity's first venture this far from Earth, and the excitement among the crew was palpable. "Captain, I'm picking up an anomalous reading on the third planet," reported Lieutenant Aiden Rodriguez, his fingers dancing across the sensor controls. "It looks like a crash site." Sarah's eyebrows rose. "Alien." "Affirmative. The energy signature doesn't match anything in our database." A hush fell over the bridge. They had prepared for this possibility, but the reality of it sent a shiver of anticipation through the crew. "Take us in, helmsman," Sarah ordered, "but keep us at a safe distance. We don't know what we're dealing with yet." As they approached the planet, a dusty, red world with thin atmosphere, the true scale of the crash became apparent. The alien vessel was massive, easily 3 times the size of the Horizon. Its sleek, silver hull was marred by scorch marks and huge gashes, evidence of a brutal impact. "Life signs?" Sarah asked, her voice tense. Aiden frowned at his console. "It's hard to tell. There's a lot of interference. But, wait, yes. One faint life sign. It's weak, but it's there." Sarah didn't hesitate. "Prep a landing team. Full containment protocols. I'll lead it myself." Her second-in-command, Commander Jack Harper, stepped forward. "Captain, I must object. It's too risky." "Noted, Commander," Sarah cut him off. "But this is what we came out here for. To make contact. To help if we can. I'm going." Within the hour, Sarah found herself stepping onto the alien world, the red dust swirling around her boots. The crash site loomed before them, an otherworldly graveyard of twisted metal and scattered debris. "Stay alert," she warned her team over the comm. "We don't know what we're walking into." They made their way through the wreckage, scanners sweeping for the faint life sign. The ship's architecture was like nothing they had ever seen, all smooth curves and strange, pulsing conduits. "Captain," called out Dr. Amelia Reyes, the team's phenobiologist, "over here." Sarah rushed over, her heart pounding. There, half buried under a fallen bulkhead, was a figure. Alien, undoubtedly, but also familiar. 2 arms, 2 legs, a head. But the similarities ended there. Its skin was a pale blue, with intricate patterns that seemed to shimmer and shift. Large, almond-shaped eyes were closed, and a crest of delicate, fin-like appendages adorned its head. "It's alive," Amelia confirmed, her scanner hovering over the alien's chest. "But barely. We need to get it out of here." Sarah nodded, then paused. What if moving it caused more harm? What if this was a violation of some alien protocol? But as she looked at the creature's face, contorted in pain, she knew there was only one choice. Carefully, she ordered, "Let's get it back to the ship." As they began to lift the bulkhead, the alien's eyes snapped open. They were a swirling mix of silver and violet, and they fixed on Sarah with an intensity that made her breath catch. The alien's mouth opened, revealing sharp, translucent teeth, and a sound emerged, a mix of clicks and whistles that Sarah's universal translator couldn't decipher. "It's okay," Sarah said softly, knowing the alien couldn't understand, but hoping her tone would convey her meaning. "We're here to help." The alien's eyes darted between the humans, a mix of fear and confusion evident. It tried to move but winced in pain. "Please," Sarah said, holding out her hand slowly. "Let us help you." For a long moment, the alien stared at Sarah's outstretched hand. Then, slowly, it reached out its own, a 4-fingered hand with delicate, webbed digits, and grasped Sarah's. The contact sent a jolt through Sarah. The alien's skin was cool and slightly damp, with a texture unlike anything she had felt before. But more than that, there was a connection in that moment. 2 species, separated by vast gulfs of space and evolution, reaching out to one another. As they carefully extracted the alien from the wreckage, Sarah couldn't help but wonder about the enormity of what was happening. This wasn't just first contact. This was first rescue, first aid, first trust. Back on the horizon, the medical bay was a flurry of activity. Dr. Rice worked feverishly to stabilize the alien, whose condition was deteriorating rapidly. "Its biology is incredible," Amelia reported, her eyes wide with wonder even as her hands moved with practiced precision. "The circulatory system is unlike anything I've ever seen, and these markings on its skin, I think they might be some kind of communication system." Sarah watched from behind a containment field, her mind racing. What had happened to this alien? Where had it come from? And what would happen when it woke up, if it woke up, on a ship full of strange creatures it had never seen before? As if in answer to her thoughts, the alien's eyes fluttered open once more. This time, they focused quickly, darting around the room before settling on Sarah. Its mouth opened, and again came that strange mix of clicks and whistles. But this time, something was different. The universal translator in Sarah's ear crackled to life, struggling to make sense of the alien language. Then suddenly, words. "Where am I? Who are you?" Sarah stepped forward, her heart pounding. This was the moment that would define humanity's first true interaction with an alien species. She took a deep breath and spoke. "You're safe. We found you in your crashed ship and brought you here to help. My name is Sarah Chen. I'm the captain of this vessel, the UES Horizon. We're explorers from a planet called Earth." The alien blinked slowly, processing this information. Then, to Sarah's amazement, it spoke again, this time in clear, if slightly accented, English. "I am Zora K of the Luminae. Your language. I can speak it now. Your helper device taught me." Sarah's eyebrows shot up. The universal translator wasn't designed to teach languages, only translate them. This alien, Zora K, had somehow absorbed the language from the device itself. "That's incredible," Sarah said. "How did you do that?" Zora K's head fins rippled in what Sarah guessed was the alien equivalent of a shrug. "It is how we learn. We absorb, adapt." Then suddenly, Zora K tried to sit up, only to fall back with a pained gasp. "My ship, my crew." Sarah stepped closer, her voice gentle. "I'm sorry, Zora K. We only found you. The crash, it was bad." Zora K's eyes closed, and a low, keening sound emerged from its throat. Sarah felt her heart ache at the alien's obvious grief. "Zora K," she said softly, "I know this is overwhelming, but you're not alone. We want to help you. Can you tell us what happened? Why did your ship crash?" The alien's eyes opened once more, and Sarah was struck by the depth of emotion she saw there. Fear, grief, and something else. Urgency. "No time," Zora K said, its voice gaining strength. "Danger comes. Not just for me, for you, for all." Sarah felt a chill run down her spine. What danger? Who's coming? Zora K's gaze locked onto Sarah's, and in that moment, she felt the weight of galaxies in those swirling, alien eyes. "The Devourers," Zora K whispered, "and they will not stop until every star in the sky has gone dark." As Zora K's words hung in the air, Sarah felt the universe shift around her. This wasn't just first contact anymore. This was a warning, a call to action, and humanity's first steps into a much larger, much more dangerous galaxy than they had ever imagined. The medical bay fell silent, the only sound the soft beeping of alien medical equipment. Sarah's mind raced, trying to process the implications of Zora K's warning. She opened her mouth to ask for more information, but a sudden alarm blared through the ship. "Captain to the bridge immediately." Commander Harper's voice crackled over the intercom, tension evident in every syllable. Sarah cast one last look at Zora K, whose eyes were now heavy with exhaustion. "Rest," she said. "You're safe here. We'll talk more soon." As she rushed to the bridge, Sarah's thoughts whirled. The Devourers. An ominous name for what sounded like an even more ominous threat. But was it real? Or was this wounded alien, confused and traumatized, imagining enemies where there were none? The bridge was a hive of activity when Sarah arrived. "Report," she barked, sliding into her captain's chair. Multiple contacts just appeared on long-range sensors, Aiden reported, his fingers flying over his console. They just winked into existence. Some kind of faster-than-light travel we've never seen before. Sarah's blood ran cold. Configuration? Weapons? "Unknown, Captain," Aiden replied. "But they're big, really big, and they're heading straight for us." Sarah closed her eyes for a moment, feeling the weight of command settle on her shoulders. When she opened them, her gaze was steel. Yellow alert, shields up. Prepare to broadcast on all frequencies. She took a deep breath. It looks like humanity's first contact just became a first stand. As the Horizon's systems hummed to life, preparing for potential conflict, Sarah couldn't help but think of Zara Kay, lying wounded in their medical bay. Whatever was coming, whatever these devourers were, one thing was clear: the universe had just become a much smaller and much more dangerous place. And humanity, ready or not, was about to be thrust onto a galactic stage it never knew existed. Echoes of the cosmos. The bridge of the UES Horizon thrummed with tension as the unknown vessels drew closer. Captain Sarah Chen's eyes darted between the holographic display and her crew, each person a pillar of human ingenuity and determination. "Aiden, any response to our hails?" Sarah asked, her voice steady despite the adrenaline coursing through her veins. Lieutenant Rodriguez shook his head. "Nothing, Captain." "Wait." His eyes widened. "We're being scanned. Some kind of energy pulse I've never seen before. It's passing right through our shields." Before Sarah could respond, a shimmering field of energy enveloped the bridge. The air crackled with otherworldly power, and for a moment, every crew member froze, expecting the worst. But instead of destruction, knowledge flooded their minds. Sarah gasped as alien symbols and concepts cascaded through her consciousness. She saw vast star fields, incomprehensible technologies, and the rise and fall of civilizations beyond imagining. And threaded through it all, a single overwhelming emotion: fear. As quickly as it began, the phenomenon ended. Sarah blinked, her mind reeling from the cosmic download. Did everyone just experience that?" she asked, her voice hoarse. Nods and murmurs of affirmation rippled across the bridge. "Captain," Commander Harper said, his face pale, "I think I understand their language now. And I think I know why they're here." Before he could elaborate, the main view screen flickered to life. The image that appeared sent a collective gasp through the bridge crew. The alien before them was unlike anything they had ever seen or imagined. Its form seemed to shift and writhe, as if struggling to maintain cohesion in our reality. Multiple eyes, if they could be called eyes, blinked in unsettling asymmetry across what might have been a face. When it spoke, the words resonated directly in their minds, a cacophony of voices layered atop one another. Humans of Earth, the being intoned, its mental voice a symphony of whispers and screams. "We are the Concordance. We come seeking the star seed." Sarah stepped forward, drawing on every ounce of diplomatic training she possessed. "I am Captain Sarah Chen of the United Earth Ship Horizon. We don't know what a star seed is. We're explorers, new to interstellar travel." The alien's form rippled, and Sarah felt waves of surprise and curiosity wash over her. "Impossible," the Concordance replied. "The starseed's energy signature leads here. To your vessel. You harbor it, knowingly or not." Realization dawned on Sarah. "Zarake," she whispered. As if summoned by the name, alarms blared throughout the ship. "Captain," Aiden shouted, massive energy spike from the medical bay. The view screen split, showing the medical bay where Zarake had been recovering. The alien was now floating above the bed, surrounded by a cocoon of swirling, iridescent energy. Its eyes were open, blazing with internal light. "The awakening begins," the concordance intoned, a note of reverence in its multi-layered voice. The cycle turns once more. Sarah's mind raced. What's happening to Zarakai? What's a star seed? The concordance's form shimmered, and Sarah felt a wave of ancient sorrow wash over her. The starseed is hope. It is doom. It is the key to salvation and destruction, and your Zarakai is its vessel. As if on cue, Zarakai's voice echoed through the ship's speakers, no longer the halting English from before, but a resonant, multi-tonal song that seemed to vibrate the very fabric of space-time. I remember, Zarakai said, its voice overlaid with harmonics that made Sarah's hair stand on end. I am the last, the final legacy of the Forerunners, and the Devourers come. The concordance's form pulsed with urgency. You must bring the starseed to us. We can protect it, shield it from those who would abuse its power. But something in Sarah's gut told her that handing Zarakai over would be a terrible mistake. She thought of the aliens' vulnerability when they first met, the trust in those swirling eyes. No, Sarah said, surprising herself with the firmness in her voice. Zarakai came to us. We'll protect them. The concordance's form roiled with barely contained fury. You don't understand what forces you're dealing with, human. The Devourers will. But whatever warning the concordance was about to deliver was cut short as space itself seemed to tear open behind them. A massive vessel, darker than the void and bristling with weapon emplacements, emerged from the rift. The Devourers, the concordance whispered, terror evident even in its alien tones. Aiden's console erupted in a cacophony of alarms. Multiple targeting locks, their powering weapons. Sarah's training kicked in, overriding the fear that threatened to paralyze her. Evasive maneuvers, all power to shields. As the horizon banked hard, narrowly avoiding the first salvo from the Devourer ship, Sarah realized that humanity had just been thrust into a cosmic conflict beyond their wildest imaginations. The Concordance's ships moved to engage the Devourers, space lighting up with weaponry that defied the laws of physics as humanity understood them. We need to get out of here, Commander Harper urged. We're outgunned and out of our depth. But Sarah's eyes were drawn to the video feed from the medical bay, where Zarakai still floated, energies swirling around their alien form. Something tugged at her consciousness, a feeling, an intuition. No, Sarah said, her voice filled with a conviction she didn't fully understand. We stay, we fight. She turned to her communications officer. Broadcast on all frequencies, all languages our translator knows. She took a deep breath and spoke, her words carried across the battlefield of stars. This is Captain Sarah Chen of Earth. We stand with Zarakai, the starseed. We will not surrender them to either side, but we offer a third path. Let us come together, share knowledge, find a solution that doesn't end in destruction. For a moment, the battle seemed to pause, as if the universe itself was holding its breath. Then Zarakai's voice joined hers, resonating with power that made the very stars tremble. The cycle need not repeat. Change is possible, but only together. As the words echoed across space, the energies surrounding Zarakai expanded, enveloping the horizon in a shield of mesmerizing beauty and incomprehensible power. In that moment, suspended between annihilation and transcendence, humanity took its first true steps onto the galactic stage. And the universe watched, wondering if these newcomers might just be the key to breaking an eons-old cycle of conflict and destruction. Sarah stood tall on her bridge, Zarakai's power thrumming through the ship, her crew looking to her for guidance. She knew that the choices they made here, in this crucible of cosmic forces, would shape the destiny of not just humanity, but countless civilizations across the stars. Open a channel to everyone, she said, her voice steady. It's time we all talked. As the communication lines crackled to life, Sarah prepared to navigate the most important diplomatic discussion in human history, one that would determine the fate of galaxies. The stars themselves seemed to hold their breath, waiting to see if humanity's audacious hope could forge a new path through the cosmic night. cosmic convergence. The vastness of space became an unlikely conference room as Captain Sarah Chen's voice echoed across the star-studded void. The horizon, enveloped in Zarakay's shimmering energy, hovered at the center of a cosmic standoff. The Concordance's writhing ships flanked one side, while the ominous bulk of the Devourer vessel loomed on the other. "We stand at a crossroads," Sarah began, her words translated into a myriad of alien languages. "A moment that could reshape the destiny of countless civilizations. We may be new to this galactic stage, but we bring with us a fresh perspective and a radical proposition." As she spoke, Zarakay's energy field pulsed, creating a three-dimensional holographic display visible to all parties. It showed the history of the conflict, ends of struggle, cycles of destruction and rebirth, all centered around the power of the starseed. "The starseed isn't just a weapon or a tool," Sarah continued, drawing upon the knowledge that had flooded her mind earlier. "It's a catalyst for evolution, for change, but its power has been misused, corrupted by fear and the desire for dominance." The Devourer's ship rumbled, a sound that sent shivers through everyone who heard it. A voice like grinding stone responded, "The starseed is meant to cleanse, to purge the weak and unworthy. It is our destiny to wield it." "No," came the multi-layered voice of the Concordance. "The starseed is meant to preserve, to maintain the balance of the cosmos. Your cleansing would leave the universe barren." Sarah took a deep breath, steeling herself. "You're both wrong," she said, causing a ripple of shock through the assembled alien armadas. "The starseed's true purpose is neither destruction nor stasis. It's growth, evolution, the power to break free from cycles that have bound us for too long." As if in response to her words, Zarakay's energy field expanded, tendrils of iridescent light reaching out to touch each ship. As they made contact, a collective gasp echoed across all communication channels. Every being, human, Concordance, and Devourer alike, was suddenly awash in a flood of sensations and memories. They felt the pain of civilizations lost, the terror of worlds consumed, but they also experienced the joy of discovery, the wonder of creation, and the warm embrace of hope. "This is the truth of the starseed," Zarakay's voice resonated, now strong and clear. "Not a weapon, not a shield, but a bridge. A means to understand, to grow beyond our limitations." The Horizon's bridge was silent, every crew member absorbing the cosmic download. Sarah felt tears streaming down her face, overwhelmed by the sheer scope of what they were experiencing. "We've been fighting the wrong war," she said softly, her words carrying to every ship. "The real enemy isn't each other, it's our own fear. Our inability to change, to see beyond our own perspectives." The Devourer ship shuddered, its imposing form seeming to shrink as its crew grappled with this new understanding. "But the cycle, the cleansing, it's all we've ever known," the gravelly voice said, now tinged with uncertainty. "And we, the Concordance, have only ever sought to maintain, to preserve," came the reply, the multi-layered voice now harmonizing into something more cohesive. "We never considered that growth might be the answer." Sarah stepped forward, her voice filled with conviction. "That's why we're here. Humanity is young, yes, but we bring with us the gift of new perspectives. We've made countless mistakes in our history, but we've also learned from them. We've grown." Zarakay floated down to stand beside Sarah, the alien's form now stable, radiating an inner light. "The humans speak truth," they said. "I chose to crash on their world, to make first contact with them, because I sensed this potential. The starseed responds to them in ways I've never seen before." A new holographic display materialized, showing the DNA of various species, Concordance, Devourer, human, and others. As they watched, the structures began to shift and merge, forming new, hybrid patterns. "This is the path forward," Zarakay explained. "Not conquest, not stagnation, but synthesis. The combining of strengths, the overcoming of weaknesses, evolution on a galactic scale." The comm channels erupted with a cacophony of voices, shock, wonder, fear, and hope all mingling together. Sarah raised her hand, calling for silence. "I know this is overwhelming," she said. "Believe me, we're just as stunned as you are. But we have a choice to make. We can cling to the old ways, continue this cycle of destruction, or we can take a leap into the unknown. Together." For a long moment, silence reigned across the stars. Then, slowly, voices began to chime in. First from the Horizon's crew, then from the Concordance ships, and finally, hesitantly, from the Devourers. We will listen," the Devourer voice rumbled. "This path is strange to us, but we tire of endless war." "The Concordance agrees," came the harmonized reply. "Perhaps it is time for us to evolve as well." Sarah felt a weight lift from her shoulders, even as a new one settled in its place. This wasn't just first contact anymore. This was the birth of a new galactic order, with humanity playing a pivotal role. "Then let's begin," she said, a smile spreading across her face. "We have a lot to learn from each other." As the various ships began to dock with one another, creating an impromptu space station for this historic summit, Sarah turned to Zara Kay. "I have to ask, did you plan all this?" The alien's head fins rippled in what Sarah now recognized as amusement. "Not exactly, but I hoped. Sometimes, hope is the most powerful force in the universe." Sarah nodded, looking out at the assemblage of alien vessels, at the stars beyond, and at her crew, humans who had never imagined they'd be at the center of such a momentous event. "Well," she said, straightening her uniform, "let's go make history." As they walked towards the airlock, preparing to meet with representatives from civilizations beyond imagination, Sarah couldn't help but feel a surge of pride. Humanity had taken its first steps into a larger universe, and they had done so not with weapons or conquest, but with compassion, curiosity, and hope. The cosmic convergence had begun, and the universe would never be the same. Galactic Renaissance, the improvised space station, a mesmerizing blend of human, concordance, and devourer technology, hung in the void like a shimmering beacon of hope. Captain Sarah Chen stood at the center of the Grand Assembly Hall, surrounded by beings from across the cosmos. The air hummed with a cacophony of translated devices, each working overtime to bridge the gap between wildly different species. "Welcome to the first Galactic Concord," Sarah announced, her voice carrying across the vast chamber. "Today, we begin a journey that will reshape the very fabric of our universe." As she spoke, holographic displays flickered to life around the room, showcasing the unique attributes of each species present. The writhing, multi-dimensional forms of the Concordance rippled with curiosity. The imposing, crystalline structures of the Devourers glinted with newfound purpose. And there, at the heart of it all, stood humanity, young, adaptable, and brimming with potential. Zara Kay, now fully recovered and radiating with the power of the starseed, stepped forward. "For too long, we've been bound by the cycles of conflict and stagnation, but now we have a chance to break free, to evolve not just as individual species, but as a galactic community." The assembled beings murmured in agreement, their collective consciousness still reeling from the shared visions they had experienced. "But how do we begin?" rumbled the Devourer representative, its crystalline form shimmering with uncertainty. "Our ways are so different, our goals have been at odds for eons." Sarah smiled, her eyes gleaming with determination. "We start with what unites us, our thirst for knowledge, our drive to explore, and our capacity for growth. And we have the perfect catalyst for this transformation." With a gesture, she activated a central holographic display. It showed the double helix of human DNA, slowly rotating. As the assembled aliens watched in fascination, the structure began to shift and morph, incorporating elements from each species present. "This," Sarah explained, "is what we're calling the Cosmic Genome Project, a collaborative effort to understand and harness the best traits of every species, creating a new form of life that combines our strengths and transcends our limitations." The hall erupted in a mix of awe and trepidation. The concordance representative, its form now coalesced into a more stable shape, spoke up. Such a merging, it's unprecedented. The implications are staggering. Exactly, Zara K interjected, their voice resonating with the power of the star seed. We stand on the brink of a galactic renaissance. Imagine technologies that blend the Devourer's mastery of matter manipulation with the Concordance's grasp of multidimensional physics, all guided by human creativity and adaptability. As Zara K spoke, the holographic display shifted again, showing visions of impossible cities spanning entire star systems, ships that could fold space itself, and beings that defied classification, a harmonious blend of all species present. But this isn't just about technology, Sarah added, her voice filled with passion. It's about culture, art, philosophy. We have a chance to create a civilization that transcends anything we've ever known. The Devourer representative, its crystalline form now softened at the edges, rumbled thoughtfully. We have only known the path of consumption and destruction. To create, it is an alien concept to us, but one we are eager to explore. Sarah nodded, understanding the magnitude of this shift. And that's why we're here. To learn from each other, to grow together. This won't be easy. We'll face challenges we can't even imagine yet, but together we can overcome them. As if to underscore her words, a sudden alarm blared through the station. Aiden's voice came over the comm, tense but controlled. Captain, we're detecting a massive energy surge. Something's coming through. It's like nothing we've ever seen. The holographic display shifted, showing a tear in the very fabric of space-time. From this cosmic wound emerged a ship, if it could be called that. It was a living construct, part machine, part organism, and wholly alien. By the stars, whispered the Concordance representative. It's the precursors. They were thought to be mere legend. The new arrival dwarfed even the massive Devourer ship. Its surface rippled with colors beyond human perception, and tendrils of pure energy arced between its impossible geometries. A voice, more felt than heard, resonated through the minds of everyone present. We have watched, we have waited, and now, at last, you are ready. Sarah stepped forward, her heart pounding but her voice steady. Ready for what? The precursor ship pulsed, and suddenly, the entire assembly found themselves standing on what appeared to be the bridge of the cosmic vessel. Stars streaked by at impossible speeds, and visions of entire galaxies flashed before their eyes. Ready to join us, the precursor voice explained. To take your place among the shepherds of creation. Your cosmic genome project is but the first step on a journey that will reshape reality itself. Zara K's form blazed with the full power of the starseed, resonating with the precursor energies. This is what the starseed was preparing us for. Not just galactic evolution, but universal transcendence. Sarah looked around at the assembled beings, human, concordance, devourer, and now precursor. Each had played a crucial role in bringing them to this moment. She thought of the long journey that had led them here, from a simple rescue mission to the brink of cosmic ascension. With a deep breath, she stepped forward, ready to lead humanity, and their new allies, into a future beyond imagination. We're ready, she said, her voice filled with determination and hope. Show us the way. As the precursor ship accelerated, carrying them towards destinies unknown, Sarah couldn't help but smile. They had come seeking new frontiers, and they had found something far greater, a chance to rewrite the very story of existence. The galactic renaissance had begun, and with it, a new chapter in the cosmic saga. Humanity, once bound to a single planet, now stood at the forefront of universal evolution. The journey ahead was vast and uncertain, but filled with infinite possibilities. And as they ventured into the unknown, Sarah knew one thing for certain: whatever challenges lay ahead, they would face them together, united in their diversity, stronger for their differences, and bound by a shared dream of a better tomorrow. The stars themselves seemed to shine brighter, welcoming the dawn of a new era, an era of boundless exploration, incredible discoveries, and the fulfillment of humanity's greatest potential. The cosmic adventure had only just begun. Quantum Nexus. The precursor vessel, now christened Quantum Nexus by the assembled Galactic Alliance, glided through the cosmos with impossible grace. Captain Sarah Chen stood at its heart, surrounded by a dizzying array of holographic displays and pulsing energy fields. The bridge was a marvel of bioengineered technology, alive and responsive to the thoughts of its diverse crew. "Status report," Sarah called out, her voice steady despite the awe-inspiring view before her. Entire galaxies swirled past like cosmic dust, the fabric of space-time itself bending to the will of the quantum nexus. Aiden, his console now a shimmering field of pure energy, responded with a mix of excitement and disbelief. "Captain, we're everywhere. The quantum nexus exists simultaneously across multiple dimensions. We're mapping the multiverse in real time." Zara K., their form now a constantly shifting amalgamation of energy and matter, added, "The starseed is integrating with the ship's systems. It's unlocking potentials we never imagined possible." As if to underscore their words, a new display materialized before the crew. It showed not just their own universe, but countless others, each a variation on a theme, branching out in infinite possibilities. By the void, the Devourer representative rumbled, its crystalline form now infused with streaks of organic matter. "We see the path of consumption we once walked, and the devastation it would have wrought." The Concordance, now a collective consciousness that permeated the ship itself, chimed in, "And we glimpsed the stagnation our preservation would have led to. Countless universes frozen in time." Sarah nodded, understanding the weight of what they were witnessing. This is why the precursors brought us together, not just to evolve our own universe, but to shepherd the entire multiverse. As she spoke, alarms blared across the quantum nexus. Red warning lights pulsed, casting an eerie glow across the assembled beings. "Multiple breaches detected," Aiden shouted, his hands dancing across the energy field before him. "Something's tearing through the dimensional barriers." The main view screen shifted, showing a terrifying sight. Vast, shadowy tendrils were reaching across the multiverse, consuming entire realities in their wake. Where they touched, universes winked out of existence, leaving behind nothing but void. The entropy, the precursor voice resonated through their minds. The ultimate threat, the force that seeks to unravel all of creation. Sarah's mind raced, processing the cosmic scale of the danger they faced. This wasn't just a threat to their galaxy or even their universe. This was extinction on a multiversal scale. "How do we stop it?" she asked, her voice filled with determination. The precursor's response was tinged with both hope and uncertainty. "The Cosmic Genome Project. It's not just about evolution. It's the key to rewriting the fundamental laws of reality itself." Zara K's form pulsed with understanding. "The starseed, it's a cosmic compiler. A way to reprogram the very fabric of existence." Sarah turned to her diverse crew, beings from across the cosmos now united in purpose. "Then let's get to work. Aiden, start mapping the entropy's spread. Concordance, use your multidimensional awareness to predict its next moves. Devourers, we need your expertise in matter manipulation to strengthen the barriers between universes." As the crew sprang into action, Sarah felt a surge of pride. Humanity, once confined to a single planet, was now at the forefront of a battle for all of creation. The quantum nexus hummed with power as it raced through the multiverse, always one step ahead of the encroaching entropy. Sarah and her team worked tirelessly, combining their unique strengths to forge a solution. Days blurred into weeks, time itself becoming meaningless as they existed across multiple dimensions. The Cosmic Genome Project evolved rapidly, incorporating the best aspects of every species they encountered. Finally, after what felt like both an eternity and an instant, Zara K announced, "It's ready." The ultimate expression of the cosmic genome, a new fundamental constant that will rewrite the laws of physics across all realities. Sarah looked at the shimmering equation before her, a beautiful blend of mathematics, energy, and life itself. "Will it be enough?" she asked. The precursor's voice resonated with a mix of hope and gravity. "It must be. The fate of all existence rests on this moment." With a deep breath, Sarah gave the command, "Initiate the cosmic recompile." The quantum nexus shuddered as it channeled unimaginable energies. The starseed, now fully integrated with the ship, blazed with the light of 1,000,000 suns. Every crew member felt the power coursing through them, their very beings becoming conduits for universal change. Across the multiverse, reality itself began to shift. The encroaching tendrils of entropy recoiled, then began to dissolve. Universes on the brink of collapse stabilized, their fundamental constants rewritten to resist the pull of oblivion. As the cosmic recompile spread, something unexpected happened. The boundaries between universes became permeable, allowing for the free flow of energy, matter, and ideas. The multiverse was no longer a collection of isolated realities, but an interconnected tapestry of infinite possibility. When it was over, Sarah and her crew stood in awe of what they had accomplished. The view screen showed a multiverse reborn, pulsing with new life and potential. "We did it," Sarah breathed, tears of joy and relief streaming down her face. The precursor's voice rang out one last time. "You have surpassed our greatest hopes. The age of isolation is over. The era of cosmic harmony has begun." As the quantum nexus glided through the reborn multiverse, Sarah turned to her crew, a family forged in the crucible of cosmic crisis. "So," she said with a smile, "where shall we explore first?" The ship hummed with excitement as beings from across the cosmos, once divided by fear and misunderstanding, now united in their quest for knowledge and growth, set course for the infinite frontier. And as they ventured into the unknown, Sarah knew that this was just the beginning. Humanity had not only found its place among the stars, it had helped reshape the very nature of existence itself. The multiverse stretched out before them, an endless canvas of wonder and possibility. And together, they would paint a future brighter than any single species could have imagined. The cosmic odyssey continued, with humanity leading the way into a new age of multiversal harmony and boundless exploration.